Hello, hello. Welcome to another mobility class. This is Monday, beginning of the week, and we want to enjoy the lunch break. That's my lunch break, 12:30 to 1 p.m. So let's use this half an hour to feel good in our joints after the last strength and cardio session we had last Friday. Okay, so get ready. I have my clock here. I just want to dedicate this half an hour divided in six parts, more or less, six skills. But you will see it will be a flow from one movement to another, to another, to another. So that will be a nice flow, nice sequence. So I will check the time more or less to keep 5 minutes per each skill. Okay. So let's start now. So what I want to do to start with you today is a recap from what we have seen last week, okay? And then we'll add more movements like I just explained. So just to give you a recap of the definition of natural movement, we like to feel good in one position, like right now I'm in a cross seat position. And we want to go from one position to another position, like this side bend sit right now. And I use the transition. The transition was to go from one, then activating my core, elevating my knee, putting the knee on the ground, and arriving to this new position. Okay. So last week we spent time on the side bend sit. So let's recap it for the first 5 minutes. Yes, last week I told you that if you feel like your body is falling on the side, feel free to use one hand like this to post, okay? But I don't want my upper body to just crash on my arm. I still want to maintain a good engagement of the core, okay? And I want my ear to be away from my shoulder. Okay, so I keep it upright and I keep it proud. Remember, that was my main advice. When we feel proud, we get our chest out, our shoulders is also back and down like this. That allows us to expand those chest muscles and stretch the neck. So if you need to pose, pose. If you don't, if you're okay with this position and you feel like both hips are sinking down, feel free to use this position to start this mobility session. With deep breathing. And as I breathe, I want to shake it off. It's your lunch break, it's your little me time, right? So you want to feel good with this. So just explore whether you can spin a bit, twist a bit, whether you can look up to the sides, down, but especially up, because when we work, for example, on laptop or on phone, we have the tendency to get our shoulders internally rotated, chin down. So all our neck and chest muscles are kind of compressed. We want to decompress and expand all this area. And just doing this, you will feel some relief on stretching the neck like that. So not only that you are doing this for your neck, but your hips are also opening here. Hence the beauty of having this side bend sit position. We change the position to the side bend sit on the other side. Okay, so I want you to shift to the other side with me right here. Same thing, if you need to post, I show you again, post with one arm, meaning that I want to keep my arm straight and push to the other side here. See the difference between this, the lazy position, to the proud position? It looks actually better. I will put my hands closer to me to push even more like that. And same thing, I stretch the neck and I breathe. It's your time. It's your time to enjoy this half an hour of mobility. Very good. If you don't need to pause, do the same thing with your hands simply on your knees. Deep breathing. We are doing good so far. 4 minutes. Now I want to spend a bit of time on the long sit. Same thing, I can pause behind me. If I feel like my body wants to go back and it's too much tension on the quads and on the hip flexor to keep the body here, maybe I can get some help. It doesn't mean that you're cheating. There's no cheating. It's just that you reduce the intensity of maintaining this position. The position is great. The long sit position is very nice. I would like you to keep your knees as low as you can and point those toes upward. See the difference between this and this. I can put my arm here that helps my quad to relax. And same thing, I stretch the neck. And I try to also spread the toes, play with the feet that are not usually activated during the day when we sit all the time, okay? See, now I have a very good position here that activate my shoulders too. And if I feel good, I remove the arms, I shake off the wrists. We'll address the wrist as well in the next classes, even here a little bit today. Good. So now that I have my long sit and the side bend sit, I want to do the transition. Side bend sit to long sits. I'll show you from the front view. So from the first 5 minutes to now, you see that we already move now. It's not only maintaining a position anymore, it's to go from one position to another. If you need some help with your arm, do it. See, I could post, get those legs in front, post to the other side, get the leg on the other side. The most important, guys, is to move, is to keep going. It's not really a problem. It's not a problem at all to help, to get some help a little bit. If you feel okay, use your core. You will feel the whole core, meaning the abs, the lower back is engaged because the legs have some weight. And to be able to get those legs behind you, it takes some strength as well. So this is the definition of mobility. Mobility is getting strong at the end of the range of motion. Okay, so this is the end of my range of motion, and I'm able to get out of here to go to the other side. And I don't need extra help for this. After a while, you will need less and less help, and you will feel stronger and stronger. See, so it's been a while already that we are doing this. You may feel the hips warming up. You may feel the burn a little bit on the core, and that's what we want. Okay, very nice. Let's do from the side bend sit what we have done also last week, a rotational reach to get some twist in the upper body, something that we really miss during the week when we are always on our devices. So what I want to do is to start here, and I go to the other side. I place these hands on the ground, and with this one, I will reach behind me like this. And I do it 5 times. 2, 3, 4, and 5. You may hear maybe your spine cracking. Those are good cracks, usually. Okay, other side. And I do the same thing 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. Very nice. Okay. Shake it off and relax. We are now at 9 minutes. Let's keep going with a new position, the figure 4. So from the side bend sit, what I want to do is to elevate this leg and put it in front of me like this. So I have one leg inside, one leg in front of me, like this. You know, in the park, it's a very common position. For example, if you picnic, you may use this position. See, I'm posting here, and it's a chatting position on the grass, right? We'll be putting a towel, some food, some drinks, friends around, and we chat like this. So what I want to do is to see if I can maintain this position. Maybe your mobility is so restricted that when you are like this, your body wants to go again back. Why? Because your hips and your core are not able to get the center of gravity on top of your base. See, the center of gravity is around here. There's a line of gravity. If my center of gravity is shifting back, then the line of gravity is here, and gravity always wins. So if you want to stop battling, fighting this gravity with your core only, you can post here and do the same thing as we did earlier, like this, here. So I'm pushing forward. See, I'm pushing forward like this. And I breathe. Just maintaining the position is a great mobility work, guys. Never underestimate this work. I know it doesn't look like much, but if you do it with me at home, you will understand. Feeling is believing. Okay, what do? We change side. Okay, so what can I do? Placing one leg inside here, one leg in front, and let's see if we can maintain the position. Even if we struggle, we post, we shift from behind me, from back to front. See, from back to front. If I want even more push forward, I slide my hands forward and I push. And I try to place my armpit here on my knee. And I breathe. And try to stay as upright as possible. If I don't need the hand, it's okay too. Don't forget to use potentially a block like I have here. I could put the block underneath me or pillow that would allow me to keep the position and keep the center of gravity more forward. Like this. Okay. So same thing on the other side. And what I can do is to do some switches now. So how do I switch? I don't have to turn like I did. What I can do is simply change the position of both legs, like this. See, every time I go back and forward, back, forward. You will feel your core already just doing this. We are doing good. Keep going, keep following me, keep follow my pace. Again, those are not very, sexy movement, I would say, or very spectacular movement. But when you do this, you understand it feels good here, deep in the hip. Every time I change, I feel my abs activated. And maintaining this position is all overall great for you. Good. Another position I want to show you now is the bent sit. So we check the side bend. We check the figure 4. Now I want to do the bent sit. So bent sit is when my legs, both legs are bent with knees pointing upwards, like this. See from the side view, and every time I pay attention to my back position. Do I want a rounded back or do I want a straight back like this? See, that's a good line. It depends. The answer is not always to have a straight back. You will see right after this when we'll introduce the rocking. Here I start from the rounded back. And then how do I help myself to get this back straight? Is by using the inside of my forearms, placing them in front of my knees, and using this to press on it and be as upright as possible, like that. I show it to you from the front view. Okay, so I use the inside of my forearm, press it on my knees, and as you can see from my upper chest, it's elevating now. And I have this broad posture. My back is now straight. And that's very good also because I get my center of gravity closer to my legs, which allows me to then maintain the position better. So you don't have to press like crazy all the time. You can simply put your forearm or even your biceps, your elbow pit here on your knees and maintain it. Okay, so I kept talking about the proper posture and upright. Let's talk now about rocking. Rocking is very good for you. It's like a back massage. So I get myself some more space here because I will rock behind me and then go back. I will use the momentum to switch from rocking to bend sit. And what I don't want to do is to do the rocking with a straight back, like this. Because then my back is like flat, like a pancake on the ground, and that will mean impact on me and on the spine. And I don't want that. So this time, what I want to do is to get my chin down, my back as rounded as I can. And what I will do, little tip, I will breathe out. I will get rid of all the air in my lungs. And when I go back up, I breathe in. Again. See the difference? Straight back, rounded back, breathe out, and come back. Let's do it 5 times. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. So we want now to connect everything we have seen before, like the figure 4 position, with what we just did, which was rocking and bend sit. I want to shift the rocking to the figure four. But first of all, I show you from the front view what the rocking looked like, what we just did for better demo. So what I can do, another tip, is to place my arms inside my knees. So I make sure I have this internal rotation, and then the back is rounded. See, like this. Then I can put them on the outside. But when I rock, place them inside, let them fall, breathe out. Okay, so from the front view, arms outside, arms inside, and switch to outside. And every time I want to rock, what do I do? Chin down, arms inside, breathe out, and come back. Okay, so now I want to do rocking plus figure four, like this. See, I have the figure four position here. And I keep changing. So I show you a few demos now. As I rock back, you will see the leg changes. Here, here. Left leg forward, right leg forward. And I change. Let's do it together. 3 times on each side. Let's start. 1, 2, 3. 3 more. 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so why do we do this? First of all, we want to be able to have a good spatial awareness, or be able to change the legs as we move. But what we also wanted to do to get from the rocking was the momentum forward. So now I just stopped it, but I could have continued it to what we call a deep split kneel, which is like this. So figure four, deep split knee. Now my butt is off the ground. See here, like this. My foot is still flat. My armpit is resting on my knee. So it's very deep split, deep kneel in a split stance. That's why we call it deep split knee. So putting my butt back. The problem is for most of us, instead in terms of mobility, it's very hard to go from one position to the other without using momentum. So that takes some work. Okay, I'm able to do it because I'm used to it for many years. But at the beginning, when I started, I had a hard time to do it. So the first thing I was doing was posting, pushing, and try to get into position here like this. And you see my forward arm is reaching forward like this here. Very good. Like this. And I change side. Posting here. Posting. And I can keep my hand behind me if I want to. This. Okay. And another time like this. So the hand is a great tool. Okay, so use it. But what I want to use is what we just practiced, the rocking. And with the momentum, it will be like replacing your hand. So I show it to you. Rocking, momentum, and I'm here. Rocking, I change side, and I get my deep split knee. Rocking. Okay, so if you're ready, let's do 3 on each side together. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last one, and 6. Very good. So now we put everything together. That's why it's very nice to know how to do the rocking properly and either choose to do bend sit. You can choose to do cross sit, or you can choose to do figure 4, or pushing it to the figure 4 and split kneel. Got it? Very good. Let's check the time. We have 5 minutes left. It's very good so far. A lot of great work. Okay, so now I want to talk about the deep knee bend. So what I could do is every time I try to link what we have done previously and add one more position, add one more transition. And this is how we build our session in our brain. We are able to repeat it. I hope you can then repeat it at home. Either you watch this replay again, and you do it with me again, or you take some notes, and or you still simply remember the flow. But it takes some experience as well to remember all this. So anyway, what I want to do is to do rocking, and I have my bend sits. But you will see that I'm able to transition to a kneeling, a flex foot kneeling position, like this. Like that. So put myself a bit further away so you have a better view, like this. Okay, so flex foot kneel. See, I put a lot of pressure now on my toes, so maybe I don't want to do it too long. For those who are not used to it, it can be painful. I want to do the deep knee bend. So from flex foot, I elevate my knees and try to balance here. If it's too much, you go back to squat, rock, and back to flex foot knee. So that's the transition I want to apply. If it's too much for your knees, you can always use, for example, a foam roller that you place here. Maybe it's too hard for you. Roll a towel, like a towel that you roll, and you place it under it. It will be softer and it will be less pressure on your knee. You can also do deep kneel with a foam roller, but I advise you a towel because this is a bit hard, especially on the muscles. But this is what I could show you now. Okay, so but if you're able to do it, what I would like us to do is deep knee bend, falling into a rocking that you know now, using the momentum to go back here. Again. Five times. 1, 2, 3, 2 left, 4, and 5. And rest. You can put yourself into a long sit to decompress the legs because it was a lot of compression. Maybe this last drill was too advanced for you. Maybe you have ankle or knee issues. In this case, stick to what we have done in the first 20 some minutes, which is this kind of position here. Try to get to a deep split kneel, okay? What I really like in this position, first of all, the knee is completely flexed. That allows your nervous system to realize that you can be in this position and nothing bad happen. your ankle is also really stretched as well. Your hips are opened. And the good thing on the other side here is that the Achilles is stretched, the calf is stretched too. If you want to stretch it more, place the weight of your upper body, place the armpit here, and bounce and breathe. Let's say 3 deep breaths. I can let my arm fall here. Still having a chin up to get the back straight and feel the weight of your upper body on the leg. And see, I keep my heel down for a better stretch, like this. Change side, like this. So I was in a figure 4. I go to a deep split knee. Remember, you can use your hand or you can use rocking as long as you can get into the position here. That's great. Knee flexed, ankle stretched, heel down on the other side, the entire upper body weight, and breathe and bounce. We're almost over with this mobility live class today. It's a lot of things today that we have done together. Okay, and relax. The last thing I can show you from the figure 4 is that I could do a deep split kneel. And what I could do is to place my hands here. And as you can see here, I put a lot of pressure on my toe, on my toes here, like this. It's like almost like a knee hand crawl position. If the pressure is too much, I push back and I get back to here. And I want to stimulate multiple times. So even if you stay 3 seconds here, let's say 1, 2, 3, come back, down, post, come back, stay 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's more than enough. If you repeat it multiple times a week, you will see the progress. So let's do it. It's the final drill of the day. Let's do it on this side. Figure 4, to deep split kneel, then placing my hands. And 1, 2, 3. Big toe pressure, releasing the pressure, coming back, helping. Pressure, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. That's it for today. Whew, it was a lot of things, so relax, shake it off. Walk around the room, okay? I can do that with you. Feel all the decompression in the legs now, like this. Shake it off. Shake everything off, relax. And that's it for today. We'll do another mobility session next week. I still have plenty of drills to show you, different combinations, so it never stops and it never hurts to do mobility at least once a week, but I advise you to do it multiple times a week. This live class is just to show you many ways to do it, many starting options, building blocks, and I was happy to do it with you. Let's go eat on Thursday, this time, Thursday for the strength and cardio. On Friday, I will be teaching events, movement event in France. So let's do it on Thursday. Okay, thank you very much and see you next time. Bye-bye.